So Trip Daddy, here's a quick one for them sick ones. I'm gonna tell you a story of a crazy night I had back in the days. Before I start though, but if the cameras, the angle looks off or whatever, it's off because the tripod I have, it got bent. And if you hear any background noise, my bad about that too. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys about this crazy night I had back in the day. It was like the late '90s when I was a teenager back then. I used to kick it with my uncle a lot. He was busted. He did quite a bit of years in the joint. He was, he went in for vehicular manslaughter. He was only supposed to do a few years. He ended up picking more time in there. He ended up doing like probably 9 years. Straight all the way through. And then after that he ended up going in and out. But that's beside the point. That's neither here nor there. So anyway, he was a hype slash tecato, right? So he used to slam dope and carga. Me, I used to smoke yesca and do dope. So anyway, this night, it's about 2 or 3 in the morning. We're going out. We're gonna go come up. We're creeping on a come up. So anyways, we head out. We used to live in Pomona, which it was the county line area, so it's San Bernardino County section where we live. If you go west of East End, that would be LA County. East of it is still San Bernardino County. So if you get busted or any shit like that, you're gonna go to West Valley. If you get busted on the other side, you're gonna go to LA County. So anyways, like I said, he was he was a tecato or whatever. So he used to, they have a habit of always, they're into sweets, right? Juices, candies, whatever, etc. So anyway, we're headed out. We're on one, whatever. So we go and, he's eating these sweet tarts, these candies, there's these little circle candies. They're called sweet tarts. He tells me, hey, take one. And, just in case we get pulled by the hooters, just tell him, you're on coke. I guess what he wanted to do is throw them off their senses or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he wanted to do, whatever their little skins they got. So anyway, we head out. I take one, whatever. Boom. So we're walking through a street called Grand Avenue. We used to live between Grand and 9th Avenue. So we're headed out there, and as we're walking, there's a car parked right there with a few cats in there. So these fools, I don't know what they're doing right there, just chilling right there or whatever. I didn't pay them no mind. So then we hit the corner on we hit a left on Cadota. I believe the street's called Cadota. And there's only one way to go through because there's no other side, because the other side of the street is just like there's no other street. There's no way to go through that street. You only could go left if you're going east of that street. If you're going east of Grand Avenue, you're gonna only be able to go through that street, or else go straight towards the pipeline. So anyway, we hit the corner. There's a few cats chilling right there, and these are like dark streets. They're dark, narrow streets. So anyway, we go through that street. And there's a few cats right there. We pull up to them. We introduce ourselves, whatever. They're from there. They're from Pomona. That's their hood right there. So and I've met a lot of fools around that area. Usually they claim Puente, but these fools are really from Pomona. That's their barrio right there. So anyways, my uncle was actually busted with some of their homies. So whatever, So anyways, we introduced ourselves, we talked to them for a few minutes, then we head out, right? As we head out, these fools, they were parked in that car, and they start driving through, and they let some loose, boom, 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 on these fools, and then a couple more, me and my uncle, boom, boom. We dropped to the floor, right, at the time when we heard the first few, we dropped to the floor, right, and I hear it, as they come towards us, I hear them once they let some loose on us, and I hear the noise like the fucking, you can hear, because there's a fence behind us, and you hear it like the fucking the bullets must have hit the fence. You know, luckily they didn't ricochet and hit us or whatever. You know, and when shit like this happens, like it happens so fast, but yet when it's happening to you, like if the shit goes by so slow, like if you get in a car accident or whatever, the thing goes in slow motion even though it's so fast when this shit happens, right? So anyways, you know, we drop to the floor or whatever, you know, because I'm not trying to fucking get shot over some shit that wasn't meant for me, right? That was meant for these fools. Like, not no disrespect or nothing, but you know, that was meant for them. I ain't trying to catch a bullet that wasn't meant for me, right? So anyways, that car takes off. It's gone, homie. It's gone. We get up, you know, we check if we're bleeding, if there's any extra holes in us, which there's not, you know. And these streets, like, they're narrow, they're dark streets. There's no sidewalks. There's just dirt. It's just dirt, and you know, you see a few rocks here and there, right? Not those kind of rocks you smoke, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, we get up, we dust ourselves off and shit. We're cool, and then we just dip out. We cut through some pads, and then a few more pads, and then we're on 9th Avenue, you know, and we're like speed walking, you know what I mean? We're speed walking through 9th Avenue, you know, trying to get out of that area, you know, and just in case these fools want to circle back or whatever, I don't know. I'm thinking that these fools were their enemies. Maybe they thought we were part of them, you know, we were patrolling or whatever, but which we're not even from that town or whatever. So anyways, we're going through 9th Avenue, and we cut through these other mobile homes, and so 9th Avenue turns into Howard, right? Once you cross Pipeline, you're in a whole nother city. I think it's considered Montclair or some shit like that. So there's these other mobile homes. Boom, we cut through them, and then you get through Mission, and then in that area is like by Ramona and Ramona and Mission right there. There used to be an AM/PM right there, which they had moved. They moved to the anyway. The AM/PM I was saying, they moved to Central and Mission, right? The one it used to be right there in Ramona and Mission, whatever. Across the street there's a Tiki Drive-In and Ramate right there, right? So anyway, we had to go stop at the AM/PM real quick, and we had to stop, and my uncle needed to get some shit, whatever. So we go there, dip out, we head back through Mission, and we're gonna cut through the Ramate or whatever, the Drive-In, whatever you want to call it. So well, we're cutting through the street, right? We cut through the street, and then the fucking Juras pull up on us. It's the San Bernardino County Sheriffs, and it's on like, fuck homes, they're gonna fucking sweat us for that shooting, whatever. You know, I'm thinking, you know, they heard shots or whatever. So anyways, they pull us over, they're checking us for warrants or see if we're under the influence, you know. They're doing all this tests on us, you know, fucking like follow this pen with your eyes or whatever the fuck. Check, put your head back for like 30 seconds and open your eyes, close your eyes and open your eyes, whatever. So anyways, they asked us if we'd use it, whatever. So I said, like my uncle told me, yeah, I messed around with coke a few hours back or whatever. So anyway, they're checking me, and they don't see no signs of coke, whatever. They think I'm like on, they think I'm on heroin or PCP or some shit like that. So they keep testing me, and then they ask me my name, all that shit, and I lied about my age, because I didn't want to have them wake up my grandma or whatever, you know, because I was a minor. So I lied about my age, whatever. And then, you know, so they're running all these tests, and, you know, so they end up saying they want to take me in for 11-550, you know, under the influence. So what happens, they say they got to get the okay from their superior, so they call that fool, so we have to wait for that fool to come through, and so that fool gets there, and he's checking me and asking me all these questions. They never questioned us about the shooting or whatever. I guess it never got reported, they didn't hear anything, whatever, which is cool. you know. And what happens is they just say, you know, because the other fools were saying they're gonna take me to West Valley, you know, their their other partners, whatever. But their superiors say just let them go, whatever, you know. So they ended up letting us go and all that shit, right? So you know, that's pretty much the story right there. You know, they tell us just to stay out the streets back then. You know, they were fucking hot as fuck, right? The streets were hot as fuck. So anyways, they tell us to go stay out the streets, whatever, go home. Which we don't, you know. We're still running amok out there. But yeah, it's just a little story to tell you guys. To the next one, I'm out.